Welcome back students, and in this tutorial I will teach you about the concept of joinings in SQL Server. We use joining in SQL Server when we want to retrieve a multiple data from a multiple tables. So let us start. We have four joins in SQL Server. First is inner join, left join, right join and full join. What is inner join? Inner join means get the similar data from multiple tables. What does it means? It means that get the similar data that use with the concept of primary and foreign key. We look out the example so you can easily understand. Left join is get all the data from left table and get the similar data from right table. Okay, and right join is the opposite of the left join, and full join is join all the data. What does these join means? Just we start the example so you can easily understand about it. So just open SQL Server. I have created here database joining. I have created here a table. Table is department. In department table we have department ID, department name and head of department. So we insert a four rows, 1 2 3 and 4. In row 1 we have a department name electrical engineering and head of department is Salman. Second, IT department information technology, head of department is Ahmed. Third is civil engineering, head of department is Sana. And fourth is computer engineering, head of department is Ali. Okay, just I select it and execute it. So what its output look out here: ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4. We use joinings in SQL Server, so we remember that we must have a concept of primary and foreign key whenever we joining two tables. Okay, look out here. In department ID I use primary key because I want to join department table to from which table I have created here a table of student table. So I use the concept of foreign key here. Look out here, foreign key references from which table? Department table. From which ID? Department ID. I use the reference of foreign key from department in department ID. We have here department ID in which we have I use primary key. So I just create another table in which we have an attribute student ID, student name, and we use the concept of foreign key with the department table, and I just insert two rows. Name, first name is John and second is Johnian. What is this 1 and 2? It is not a student ID, it is a foreign key that I refer to a department table. For example, I have department ID 1. In department ID 1 the name of department is electrical engineering, and department ID 2 the name of department is IT department. If I select both the queries, look out here so you can easily understand. Look out, I execute first table student and second table department. In student table we have a two rows, student ID 1 name John and student department ID is 1. That means that we use department ID 1. That means that in department ID 1 the students are from electrical engineering. Okay, and we have a second row named Johnny and student department ID is 2. That means that the student is from information and technology department. We do not have further data. Okay, and I'm going to join my table for getting a data. For example, I want to retrieve student ID and student name from table student. So I just write here student, I just write here table name. After that, when I use dot here, so it automatically shows the attribute. I want to use student ID. Just similarly put comma here, and I want to retrieve student name, so I just remove it and write table name, that what you want and what you applied here on a table. Whenever you are creating, just put a dot and look out, it shows the attribute. I want to show student name. After that, I want to show only a department name. From which department? Department table. So just write department and just put dot. So look out, these, it shows the attribute. I use department. From which table? Is student table. The first name that you put here, it is our left table, and the second name that you put here, that is our right table. I want to use inner join. Just write here INNE, inner, and space and join. After that, write the second table that you want to join. I retrieve a data from department table, so I put here department. Okay, after that, write on and compare these table from ID. Student dot student ID equals to department dot department ID. Inner join says retrieve a similar data from both the table. What does it mean? That in both the tables, look out here, in both the tables we have a similar data of student department ID 1 and 2, ID 1 and 2. We don't have ID 3 and ID 4 in student table. Okay, so inner join just retrieve these two data because it has a similar. So just select this query and just execute it. So look out, it shows only a similar data. Whether we have the data in our table, look out here, we have that data from student table and that data from department table. So inner join just retrieve the similar data. If I use here left instead of right, it means that retrieve all the data from left table and retrieve a similar data from right table. So it means that it shows only department ID 1 and department ID 2 because we use the reference of department ID 1 and department ID 2 in our student table. So just select it and execute it. Look out. Okay, so what right join, just again select it and execute. We have a data from student table and department table. Right join is the opposite. That means that get all the data of right table. Now it shows all the data of department table and it shows only a similar data that we refer from department ID 1 and department ID 2. Okay, we refer to IDs. So I just used here right join. Okay, spaces and just select it and execute it. Look out now, we have a four departments: electrical engineering, IT department, civil engineering, and computer engineering. So it shows all the data from right table and it shows only a similar data of left table. Look out, there is a null. That means that we do not use department ID 3 and department ID 4 in our student table. Look out here, look out, we don't use ID 3 and ID 4 civil engineering, computer engineering in our student table. So this is a inner join, left join, and right join. If I use full join, that means that get all the data. It does not mean to get the similar data or get the right table data or get the left table data. It just combine and it retrieve all the data. Look out, it retrieve both the data from both the tables. Okay, this is the concept of inner join, left join, and full join. You can apply the conditions here of what you want. If you want to retrieve a department from particular ID, so you can retrieve. Okay, if I use here, look out, where select student ID, student name, department name, and full join. I use here inner join on department, where department ID where department name equals to civil engineer. I just select and copied it. Okay, I write the wrong name. Okay, I just select it first. Look out, I just select it and execute it. Look out, we don't have these students, we don't have a student whose department name is civil engineering. Okay, so it does not shows that data. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much.